Alright, Schlockmeister fans, we're going to watch something called Auditions. Let's check it out.
During the week of March 15th, 1978, this advertisement appeared in the daily variety, The Hollywood Reporter, in the Los Angeles Free Press. 2 sets were constructed in a Hollywood studio. One, a medieval dungeon. Event. The first applicant was a woman.
So far, I haven't had any luck.
Why don't you take your clothes off so we can see what you look like?
Okay.
So people are brought in, men and women. They interview them a little bit, and then they get naked. I can't show you that part. This is the actor Rick Cassidy. He actually was in the porn business in the 70s.
Very spiritual. I felt very close to God at that time.
Yeah, I can understand why you're coming.
And this is Linea Quigley. She's about to take off all of her clothes and do a nude dance. Can't show you that though.
You just do what you're told. You make it a part of the film. Nudity is required. That was in the ad.
Shit, I didn't know nothing about this.
Did you read the ad?
Well, yeah, but oh fuck this shit. I ain't the hell with it. I ain't taking my clothes off for nothing.
Secret that you never told anybody before. That sexy secret.
I don't know if this is a big thing, but I like to masturbate in front of the mirror.
Well, it's difficult in a cold situation like this to just kind of get a hard on and flash 8.5 inches at you, but that's exactly what it is. I wish you'd come outside to see you, man.
It wouldn't do you any good.
A very large woman comes in too. Oh, she manages to keep her clothes on. This is apparently a callback to Linea Quigley and a couple others. They get to perform a scene together, which unfortunately I can't show you that either. There's an S&M dungeon sequence also. And of course the midget drummer.
About 10 years, off and on.
This is a woman and a skeleton. Needless to say, the skeleton's going to need a cigarette. And that moves on to this scene with the 3-legged man.
Everything. This young man did a dance for them. But there were more surprises to come.
This guy's going to eventually take off his clothes during his song. We have a lesbian.
We started kissing, and we started making love.
Is that the first time you ever made love to a woman?
No.
Are you gay?
Yes.
Your guess is as good as mine on this one.
From the red carpet, raise the D and down the leg.
A macho man who's presented as half black, half white.
Oh, I see women at once.
How many?
7.
What happened?
Everything. We went around the world in about 5 minutes.
There's kind of a shady agent.
Hollywood. Yes. Well, thank you very much. But, just leave the car at the desk.
There's this big group session, which I can't show you a damn thing from. Pictures are made.
2 people are our selection for the world's sexiest woman and man and the most unusual act.
There's a little bit of a prologue at the end of what happened to some of these people.
He sang trees with so much feeling that the entire balcony stood up and pissed on him. Melinda, the girl who fantasized about doing it with her gynecologist, did at last.
All right. Let's talk about this movie called Auditions. Now, this is a movie I heard about back in the early 90s. There was a book out called The Fairfax Video Guide. I think that's what it was called, which was kind of a precursor to Mr. Skin, the celebrity nude website. This book detailed movies where actors and actresses had nude scenes, mostly just more often famous actors than not. Well, that's not even really true. There was just tons and tons of people listed in this book. And I kept coming across, and I had the book, and they made a couple of second, third editions too. And we're seeing the movie Auditions listed in this book. It was listed by actor and actress, and I think anytime I saw the movie Auditions in there, it's like, wow, there's a ton of nudity in this. I wonder what that film's all about. And then eventually, at some point in the late 90s, I tracked the movie down at a video store, rented it, and copied it. And it is chock full of nudity, that's for sure. Is it a great film? Not really. But what it is, it's the people who made the movie Fairy Tales and Cinderella, two movies that I reviewed on my previous channel, actually, which I think I still need to redo both of them on this current channel. And they were basically silly 70s sexy musicals filled with nudity and that sort of thing. And they put it under the guise of, we're going to make a Fairy Tales 2. We need a Sleeping Beauty and a Prince Charming. So they just had a bunch of people come in to audition for these parts, and they had to take off all their clothes, or most of them did. And this is allegedly the film of them auditioning people. Now, it's under the guise that this is real. However, I don't think it is real. They even introduced it and said, on this date, this ad appeared in the Variety magazine or whatever it is. And on March 23rd, 1978 or whatever it was, this is what happened. However, if you look on IMDb, you can see all the listings of the actors and actresses who played the various people coming in. And they are legitimate actors and actresses who have a different name than the character name in the movie. So it clearly can't not be real. Linea Quigley also is one of them. She's obviously somebody we recognize. This is a very, very early role for her. I think she was actually in Fairy Tales, but she has a striptease in here and does a little dance fully naked and such. However, most of the actors and actresses who appeared in this movie didn't appear in anything else. So maybe they weren't even using their real names. I don't know. Maybe those were their real names and they just changed it. I have no idea. But whatever the case is, I don't think it was real. Again, because at least from the appearance of Linea Quigley, she didn't walk in and say, "Hi, my name is Linea." She just took off all of her clothes. So anyway, tons and tons of nudity in this movie. There's really not a whole heck of a lot going on other than that. They take off their clothes. They interview them a little bit. There's some weird song and dance stuff that comes in. There's this really large woman that comes in at one point. She kept her clothes on, by the way. And then there's kind of like this orgy sequence at the end. This is, again, it's not pornography by any means, but it's pushing the envelope a little bit. There's a lot of very risque stuff in here. And it looks like I think there was a couple of porn actors and actresses who actually came in and did some stuff in here too, at least, performed some of the nude scenes. So, but anyway, what it says here is a rare glimpse at the unique actors and bizarre personalities that showed up in Hollywood at a casting call for the erotic Fairy Tales 2 in 1978, featuring a young Linea Quigley, who does a nude scene in a dungeon set as part of an S&M fantasy. It even mentions on the back of Linea Quigley from Fairy Tales and Creepazoids. So yeah, it can't be real if they mention Linea Quigley in it. So, well, whatever. Anyway, that's what we got here. I think Charles Band was responsible for this. Richard Band produced, directed by Harry Tampa. I wonder who Harry Tampa is. I don't know. But anyway, it's a short film. It's like 78 minutes long. If you want to see some nice 70s nudity, you're going to like this movie. You're going to want to get this for sure. It's actually pretty inexpensive right now. I think the DVD on Amazon goes for about $12-13 or so. Well worth it. So check it out. Let me know what you think about it. Leave some comments down below. It's Auditions. Watch it.